In today's video, we're diving into a topic that many people ask about, and that's salary negotiations, and how to answer that tricky question. So let's get straight into it. Hi everyone, my name is Luke Goff, owner of Avidity Recruitment, where we talk about career advice, interview tips, and much more. So, what are your salary expectations? Now, whether you're in an interview, you're filling out an online application, or discussing a potential new role, knowing how to approach this question can make a big difference. It's an area that a lot of people don't feel comfortable with. I get it, it can be awkward to talk about money. However, answering this question right can make a big difference in what you actually get paid. As much as money isn't everyone's main driver, and that's fine if it isn't, but it would be great if you could get paid as much as possible for the work that you do. Ultimately, it's down to feeling like you're getting paid for what you feel you deserve and what the role you do for the company deserves. So before we talk about what to say to this question in an interview, I want to go through something that could come up during the application stage. Now, what if you're filling out an online application and there's a section asking for your desired salary? Avoid locking yourself into a specific number. Instead, you can use phrases like negotiable or competitive. This keeps your options open and leads to a discussion rather than a flat figure. Now, if you can't write that and it only lets you put in numbers, then my advice would be put a wide range in, not a specific number. Now, why do I say this? Well, if you put that you're looking for a salary of $70,000, then if successful in the interview process, you'll most likely be offered $70,000. However, maybe you could have got more. Most of your leverage would be gone because you stated what you wanted at the start of the interview process. So don't give a specific figure. Next up, who's going to actually ask you about your salary expectations? Well, typically it's either the external recruiter, the hiring manager, or the HR internal talent team. Hiring managers might ask you during an interview to gauge if your expectations align with their budget, whereas recruiters often check this early in the process to ensure a fit before moving forward. So let's break this down further. An external recruiter will want to know what your expectations are to make sure that you fit into the salary range that the company are offering. Now remember, it's okay to be a bit more specific on numbers with recruiters. They are on your side. They want to get you as much money as possible, as it benefits them. They can then discuss with you about what the role is offering and how you should approach this. A recruiter is there to find the company great candidates and get the candidate the best deal possible, so everyone is happy. Now, the interviewer may ask for your salary expectations to make sure you align with the budget available. They are, however, unlikely to push too much on this. It can happen, but if they have an internal HR talent team also conducted interviews, they know they will do this, which we'll get to now. When they ask you, they will try and get a specific number from you. They may want to save the business as much as possible, so they look good in front of their boss. But ultimately, they would like to make sure all parties are happy. So how to answer them is key. So what do you actually say when asked about your salary expectations? Here's a line you might consider. I'm looking for a salary that reflects my skills and experience, as well as the responsibilities of this role. Could you please share the salary range budgeted for this position? This is a great answer. It not only shows you're informed, but also flips the question back to the employer, making them reveal their hand first. It keeps it vague, and what you're essentially saying is, please tell me what the budget for the role is and we can go from there. Now, there are other ways to obviously answer this, but I feel if you ask this way, you can't really go wrong. So what if they push to get a number from you? Well, you still don't have to give an answer. Quick tip, if you're using an external recruiter, then you can say, I'd feel happier if you discuss this with, mention the recruiter's name. Salary isn't my main driver, but I would like to be compensated fairly and competitively. This then takes it out of your hands and you can let the recruiter negotiate it for you. Remember, you would have had this chat with them previously. Plus, you'll speak to them after the interview and can talk through a plan on what to say. Another thing to consider here is what position you may find yourself in. So let's talk about context. Your current job situation can greatly influence how you handle this question. If you're desperately looking for a job, you might be inclined to secure the position more than getting the best salary. However, if you're comfortable in your current role and just seeing what's out there, you have leverage to push for a better offer. If it's the latter, then there is nothing wrong in saying at the start of the process that you are looking for a set amount, because if they can't get to that, then there's no point in carrying on. For example, you may say, I'm looking for a minimum of $80,000. If that's not possible, well, you don't want to waste both parties' time. Another thing we need to talk about is salary transparency laws. Now, this does depend on where you are, but salary transparency laws might impact the conversation. Some places require employees to provide a pay range if asked, or even list it in the job posting. Knowing these laws can help you navigate salary discussions with more confidence, so bear this in mind. In the US, for example, many states now make it law for the company to provide the salary ranges in job descriptions. So after talking about all of this, one more thing to consider is to think beyond salary. Consider the whole compensation package, including benefits and perks. Pure cash might not be the biggest motivator for you. Maybe they offer other benefits such as a great pension or healthcare, or even a share scheme. This is worth thinking about when you decide what your expectations are. Negotiating salary doesn't have to be stressful. With the right preparation and mindset, you can navigate this conversation like a pro. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. Share your salary negotiation stories in the comments below. See you all in the next video.